Welcome to the migraine clinic. I assume you have a migraine. Okay. In that case, let me set aside some of the materials, the packages we give out to our patients, because prior to administering any treatments to your migraine, I have to collect a bit of information. And as you can note, the room that we have our business going with the migraine is quite dim, lidded, and our employees have to speak in a softer tone in order to kind of allow the patients to not be aggravated in the sense of their headache. So the first question I'm going to be asking you is, did you have a stressful day today, or week, or month, or however long the amount of time is? Okay. And how long have you been feeling this headache, the pain? And in which area is the pain located in? Is it towards the front, towards the sides, on the top, or in the back of your head? And is it usually just located in that area, or does it travel around? Sometimes it's in the front, sometimes it's in the sides. Or do you sometimes get a headache that involves more than just one part? And have you been feeling like a stiff neck or stiff shoulders? And have you been in front of any light, like computer light, phone light, tablet light? And what have your sleeping habits been like? Do you feel like when you wake up you've been fully rested, or do you feel like you didn't get a good night's sleep? And what has your diet been like these past couple of months, I would say? Have you been drinking? How much water have you been drinking? Okay. How much protein have you been eating? An estimated amount. How much vegetables have you been eating, whether it be in a salad or even cooked with another as a side or an appetizer or a condiment to another meal? Very well. And do you suffer from allergies? Have you had a cold recently? Have you been sneezing lately? Very well, very well. The final question I have to ask you, though, is, are you on any medication at the moment? Very well. Well, let me just start administering a bit of treatment now that we have all of that information in place. The first thing that we're going to be giving to you is a nice cup of tea. Right now, all I have is boiled water in this tea. However, you may have the decision to choose what sort of tea you would like in the cup. Whether you want lavender tea, lemon tea, mint tea, black tea, chamomile tea, green tea, Earl Grey. We do have some lavender tea. In fact, I think we have a special. It's a Lipton brand, and it has cinnamon, chamomile, and lavender. And it says that it is also infused with natural essential oils, caffeine free, which is a good plus because often some people recommend for people who are having a headache for them to drink coffee because it does give them some headache relief for a span of time. However, after a couple of hours, once that coffee kind of starts to be washed out of the system and the individual goes through some withdrawal symptoms, the headache comes back, so it's a bit counterproductive in the end. And it's a free herbal supplement as well. And it says here on the back, relax, rewind, then press play again. With cinnamon, chamomile, and lavender. And I also like the little images that they have here on the back. I think it's really pretty, unlike my nails. And that phone. Yes, we have clients calling me, which is unfortunate. I have asked my fellow employees, my co-workers, if they wouldn't mind finding a more suitable ringtone for the phone, something a little more dull and softer, or even going on a buzzing light sort of routine, where whenever there's a call, a light just starts flashing for our desk rather than the noise, you know, that shrill metallic noise just traveling through the area. Let me open this up. Waiting for the bag to get a little bit more wet, so that way the water will just sink it down to the bottom. And then also bringing it up and down so that way I can better mix the leaves in with the water. So that way it's not concentrated in any one area and the entire water is infused with the leaves. Swirling it around. As you can see, there's still a little bit of steam coming from the top, so I wouldn't recommend you drink it quite yet. I would say to wait a little bit until it cools down, but I am going to be leaving it here to the side. And then once it's cooled, once it's, I would say, warm, I wouldn't want to drink it a little too cool either because it's not good. It ends up tasting like dirty water. But once it's cooler, once it's a little more tolerable on the tongue to taste, then you can drink it. But until then, I'm also going to be giving you some medication, over-the-counter medication. Let me just remove the tag on this water bottle. Now, what we're gonna do is I have here some ibuprofen. Now, because you did state that you weren't on any medication, the ibuprofen shouldn't affect anything else. And since it has anti-inflammatory properties, the blood pulsing should subside. It's a pain reliever. It's not meant to necessarily treat the headache, but rather to dull the pain and, once again, decongest. No, not decongest, that's the wrong word. Dull the inflammation within your here to take 1 tablet every 4 to 6 hours while symptoms persist. So, we're going to take 1 pill, I would say, for right now. Obviously, there's going to be a bed behind me, so if you decide to lay down and kind of relax your mind, take a nap, and whatnot, then you may feel free to do so, and if in 4 to 6 hours you still feel like you have a headache and the 1 tablet didn't do the trick for you, then we'll bump it up to 2 tablets. However, 2 tablets will be the max that we'll be bumping up the dosage to. Otherwise, we'll just let it run its course, and if it doesn't do any effect, then we'll just, not use the ibuprofen, because otherwise it might end up affecting something else that we don't want it to affect. Because that is the negative side to pills, is that they could help one thing, but then they end up hurting another. And depending on the strength of the pills, it could end up really hurting another part of your body. So it's always best to just kind of see how the pill works and balance it out with its cons. So just gonna get 1 pill here. 1 pill. Open up. There we go. And then here's a bit of water. As you can see, it's very cold. You can note the condensation on the sides. So here you go. Drink up a little bit. Now swallow. Perfect. Now the next thing we're going to be using to treat your headache is an ice pack. The ice pack is to cool the area since headaches feel really hot. This is meant to cool it down. So, I'm going to be placing this over your head. Right there. It is a bit cold, so my hands are frozen. So while that works its little magic, what we're going to do next is going to be doing a little bit of eye focusing exercises, because the eyes tend to be the most tense when a person has a headache, either that or the temples. So I think instead of doing the eye exercise thing, we'll do a little bit of facial massages, so that way you can deep press or deep pressure certain parts of your head, and then afterwards we can do some eye exercises where your eyes can just focus on one point instead of feeling a bit tense. Is this suitable? Excellent. So what we're going to do first is I'm going to going to press 2 fingers each side on the sides of your temples, and then I'm going to go and circle these 2 fingers, whether it be clockwise or counterclockwise on your temples. You decide which one you feel does the most efficient job at depressuring your temples, which usually is the part that hurts the most if you have a stiff neck, because the neck ends up connecting all the way up to here. So you tell me which way you prefer, and then after we're done with the temple massage, then I'm going to be pressing firmly my 2 fingers on this point, which is your sinus point between your eyebrows, trying to kind of depressure that, and then I will also be pressing my fingers around your maxillary points as well, beneath your eyes, which will also do well to decongest whatever sinuses you might be experiencing at the moment. Okay? Excellent. So let's start off with your temples. So I'm going to go first clockwise. So you tell me how it feels clockwise. And then also at the pace you'd like me to go at as well. Whether you would prefer to be faster or slower. Okay. And now for counterclockwise. You prefer counterclockwise. Okay. Well, let's go. Keep going. And then at what pace would you like it to go at? Whether it be slower or faster. Okay. I'm going to do it a little bit slower then. And now I'm going to be pressing my 2 fingers in between your eyebrows. So keep still, and I'm going to be pressing them in. 1, 2, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi, 7 Mississippi, 8 Mississippi, 9 Mississippi, 10 Mississippi, 11 Mississippi, 12 Mississippi, 14 Mississippi, 15 Mississippi, 16 Mississippi, 18 Mississippi, 19 Mississippi, 20 Mississippi, 21 Mississippi, 22 Mississippi, 23 Mississippi, 24 Mississippi, 25 Mississippi, 26 Mississippi, 27 Mississippi, 28 Mississippi, 29 Mississippi, 30 Mississippi, 31 Mississippi, 32 Mississippi, 33 Mississippi, 34 Mississippi, 35 Mississippi, 36 Mississippi, 37 Mississippi, 38 Mississippi, 39 Mississippi, 40 Mississippi, 41 Mississippi, 42 Mississippi, 43 Mississippi, 44 Mississippi, 45 Mississippi, 46 Mississippi, 47 Mississippi, 48 Mississippi, 49 Mississippi, 50 Mississippi, 51 Mississippi, 52 Mississippi, 53 Mississippi, 54 Mississippi, 55 Mississippi, 56 Mississippi, 57 Mississippi, 58 Mississippi, 59 Mississippi, 60 Mississippi. And now I'm going to be pressing my fingers around your maxillary sense points, and I'm just going to be gently patting them down like that. And then as I follow with this, I'm also going to be following it around your eye, just sort of tapping all along your ocular area. So I'm just going to be tapping a little bit just around, down your nose, and around your ocular area. So. first thing we're going to be doing is a little bit of eye yoga. So follow my fingers and then follow them around. So to the right, my right, to the left, and then up, down, 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 to the right again, right, left, back over, up, 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 down, 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 down. Ignore my nail polish. It looks like crap right now. And then to the middle again. Up, down, over, to the right, to the left, to the corner, to the other corner, back up to the other corner, down, over, up again, over, down again, and then to the corner, and then down, and then to the other corner, and then up, to the middle, right, left, up, down, 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 up, 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 down, 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 to the right, and then to the left, 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 left. Perfect. So, now that you've been administered some tea, which is also ready at the moment, it's cooled down because I no longer see any steam emanating from the tea, and because you've already gotten your ibuprofen, your water, your acupressure, your eye exercise, now it is time for you to go lay down, rest yourself. There's going to be another attendant who puts a pillow behind your neck, so that way your neck can be properly propped up, and you can relax, go on your phone, although we would require you to go on night mode, because that way there's no blue light affecting your eyes, and you can go to sleep, take a nap. However you want to spend the next couple of hours, you may feel free to do so, as long as you are enjoying yourself and having a more peaceful and relaxing and calm time. Okay, excellent. Have a good night's sleep if you have one, and if